guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and I am so stupid. I am so stupid for making this video. I can just feel the ratio coming, but it wouldn't be my channel if I didn't do it. So, let's talk about Fire Force, the absolute worst anime ever made. I don't know about the manga. I haven't read the manga, but it's actually really not something I enjoy. But we're going to talk about the hypocrisy surrounding it, right? So with that aside, let's talk about the comic book industry for just a second. Just recently, I reviewed Harley Quinn #1. I seen some backlash on that because people were like, oh, Keepsake. Keepsake is absolutely a giant man baby. They're taking jabs at fans. How unprofessional. But when manga does it, it is absolutely okay. Yay. So, let's talk, and I'm going to show you a panel from a website, and I'm going to talk about how it's okay if it's something I like, but if it's something I can make a video about, or bitch about, or be outraged about, then I'm going to be outraged about it. Specifically, we just talked recently about people are offended about Faye Valentine saying she couldn't wear the right outfit. For one, it's Netflix. It was never going to happen. For two, I didn't bitch about her costume being not, I bitched about the color scheme and some of the other stuff, but I didn't bitch about it not being scantily clad enough, so I wasn't offended. Everybody wants to be offended, even when it's not necessarily something to be offended for. So, with all that being said, there is a lot to say real quick about Fire Force. It is not good, in my opinion. It's not the worst thing. I will say that. There are, like, the soundtrack, it's done by the same people that do JoJo's Bizarro, right? Fantastic. But there is some sloppy editing. There were things that were annoying, like Arthur role-playing as a knight, the bickering, Tamaki basically, her clothes falling off all the time and being burnt just in special positions. And what's weird about this to me is that the person that does it, I can't say their name, they did Soul Eater, and it was fantastic. So you expect quality to continue. No. The men in it are all tough badasses, while women are there to be basically, oh my God, I'm going to say that word everyone hates, objectified and kidnapped. There is a bunch of weird exposition dumps, and it's really late, like in episode 9, and we don't find out that it's basically post-apocalyptic till I think episode 12. It's bad. Tonal inconsistency. Tomaki has the same problem to me as Sakura from Naturo. There's no reason for her to be so weak and useless, yet it happens, right? So my problem with Fire Force is it looked promising on the first few episodes, and then it took and turned into a complete dumpster fire. Shinra over there is basically completely emotionless and creepy. And by making him smile, all it does is make him super unrelatable. Even when the tone is different, it makes him totally creepy. I mean, I don't like the character. For the first few times they showed Tomaki going nude, I thought, okay, fan service. I love fan service. And funny little moments. Nothing wrong with that, right? And then I realized that that's her whole shtick. That's everything about her. It got old really fast, and she completely gets groped all the time. Now, with that being said, that has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the hypocrites because she's extremely buff. Buffer than Tila. Just as buff as Abby. And I find it hilarious. It's like, ooh, yay, I love this one. At least she's a little bit more feminine. I will say that. But yeah, she's definitely extremely buff. So I know a lot of people complain when it comes to pandering, right? Don't pander. That's what fan service is. It is essentially pandering. But on top of everything, it's a shonen. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what we're actually is going on, right? So this is a little bit of an article from, mind you, I don't read the manga. I didn't watch season 2 because it was that bad. It's been a long time since I actually watched season 1, but this is from, I believe it must be the new one. I would have to, in the recent chapter. It doesn't say which chapter, so spoilers if you are reading this. But here we have a little bit of taking it to the fans, right? That's what everyone says all the time, right? If you are mean and you write something like this in a comic book, you're taking it to the fans. How dare you? Who cares what society says? This is who I am. I'll save the world with the power of sex appeal. I don't care about that. This is it. If you hate skin so much, I've got something to show you. I'm sick of your whining. Can you imagine, just for a second, just play along, okay? If a comic book had done anything similar, if they wrote, if you love skin so much, I've got nothing to show you. I'm sick of your whining. Holy crap, there would be video upon video upon video. But because it is manga, there are people defending this. How about we just state the truth? Either way, unless it is directly calling somebody out, it's okay. This is fine. I have no issue with it whatsoever, besides it proves the hypocrites. I actually heard a video earlier today, right? Saying, well, if you don't like fan service, stop reading it. Don't watch it. That's scarily close to, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my books. It is the exact same fucking thing. How about we just go on an escapade here and realize that neither one of these things are bad. Neither one of them. It is up to your personal preference. Every single comic book, every single manga created, every single anime created is subjective. And of course, there are things that can be done that are bad. There are things that are in this Fire Force that are bad to me. Like Tomoki, like her super awesome power is cat ears and claws and tail. That's how her fire works. But she doesn't even get a good whip like Catwoman. Like, it's not made for me. That's okay. Because there are other things that are. There are other things that I've been enjoying lately, like Naruto, which I absolutely fucking love. I can't believe I slept on. But when is it okay for one and not the other? Rather, why is it okay? Is it because you're a hypocrite? Not any of you guys, obviously. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out. There's a few of them talking about this right now. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out, right? Yeah, that's why it is. It's absolutely why it is. And you see, like I said earlier, Robin being made bisexual, or, it really wasn't. It was just like, I don't know what this is. It's one date. There was no labels put upon it. But with all of that, it was pandering. But some tig old biddies and constantly having even the nun showering. Even the nun. What? Okay. That's pandering also, just to a different demographic. Don't complain about pandering if you don't know what it actually is. See why I said I'm stupid? Do you see why I said I'm stupid? I can feel the ratio. Well, actually, you know what? I can feel the excuses, because it's the exact same thing as we've seen time and time again within the comic book industry. If they take a shot at a giant man, baby, I hate that word, by the way, just using it hyperbolically, then, oh my God, they're attacking each and every single customers for people that don't actually buy comics. You have no proof of that, by the way. But if it's vice versa, it's totally cool. Totally cool. Okay. All right. You do you, boo. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.